Hi, welcome back to another episode of Eat Like a Chef. I'm your host, Chandler Baird. Today we are in Liberty Lake. We'll be going back in the kitchen at Doughlicious Bakery, which sweets are my thing, so I'm really excited for this episode. Let's head on in and see what they have in store for us. Chandler, welcome to Doughlicious Bakery. I'm Emily.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thanks for having me. What's your position at Doughlicious?
I'm the head baker for all of the Eat Good group.
Wow, it's quite the title.
It is.
It's impressive. Okay, and what are we making today?
Today we're gonna make some delicious quiche.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's like sweet, savory, a little bit of everything.
It is, egg pie.
Let's do it. Welcome back to Eat Like a Chef. We are back in the kitchen with Baker Emily getting ready to make a quiche.
All right, we're gonna sweat down our onions in a little bit of white wine. It's gonna help them get really, really nice, soft, and translucent. That is our wine.
All right.
Go ahead and add that. And we'll go as hot as we can to make that go down really fast. I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt in there. Just helps them sweat it out. So our quiche today is gonna be a roasted curried butternut squash. So we roasted it off in the oven. We added a little bit of oil, some curry, some cinnamon, salt, and pepper.
Oh my gosh.
Roast it off. It gets
Let me make sure they taste okay.
Absolutely.
Quality control. Oh, so it's like candy.
It is. Mm-hmm. That little bit of cinnamon, but then the curry just gives it that really nice earthy flavor. We have our delicious pie shell ready to go.
Which obviously you made from scratch.
We did.
Okay.
We do. We make that one from scratch. The secret's vodka.
No way.
Yeah. So we use vodka in there and a little bit of water, and as soon as it hits the oven, it evaporates out and creates the flaky layers that we really are trying to get out of there.
You're just telling us your secrets. I love it.
I want everyone to enjoy everything. So yes, absolutely.
I do have to say too, we had your biscuits at Incrediburger for the chicken, egg, and biscuit. Oh my gosh.
The Big Cat biscuit is...
It was incredible. Incredible. Everyone needs to try that biscuit.
It's a good biscuit. It took 3 years to make Adam happy with it before we could get it out. So we worked really hard on that one. We're really proud of that.
Well, it was worth the wait.
Good.
Definitely.
Good. So just gonna crack in our eggs.
Amazing. I have a one-handed egg crack skill.
Oh, look at you go. You got that. You can come play in the bakery anytime. The next little tip I do is I always put a little bit of mustard powder into my quiche filling. It adds a little bit of nice flavor.
Yeah.
You're gonna add some salt.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of salt. I like that.
And pepper. And we have a touch of nutmeg.
Ooh.
Just helps bring out a lot of those flavors. We're gonna give that a good little whisk here.
Okay. Snack this.
Make sure we get that all ready to go. And then we've got our half and half. We're gonna whisk that in.
And so right now, y'all are cooking all your delicious recipes in the commissary kitchen in Liberty Lake for Eat Good, right?
We do. So every single one of our restaurants, all the bread to desserts to ice creams and all that fun stuff, we do everything.
That's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun recipes, and the menus are always changing, so we get to play quite a bit, which is great.
Okay, and then eventually you're hoping to have an actual location for the bakery.
Yes, with a retail space, so that everyone can come in and get their delicious treats.
Yes, because right now I want to buy your biscuits, but I can't yet. Soon, okay. It gives me hope.
Yes,
got it.
Yes, soon. And when we're about to this point, I'm gonna add our garlic. I didn't add it right away because I didn't want it to get too dark.
Okay.
Or get that bitter burnt flavors.
Yeah.
Just give that going. We're almost there. And then our quiche is gonna go in the oven at 375. And then cooking custards can be a little bit scary because when you pull them out just a little bit too early and you want that raw egg in the middle.
Right.
So usually it takes about 20 to 30 minutes, but you can always stick a knife in the middle and kind of like
take a peek.
Yep.
Okay.
I will peek anytime at a baked good. So once we've kind of got translucent, I'm gonna add in our mustard greens. I'm gonna add a little bit more. And then a nice trick for your quiche is to always put in your ingredients at least par cooked. So that way if your egg sets a little bit faster than your ingredients cook, they'll already be ready.
Smart.
All right, so that's ready. We're gonna take that off.
And with your bakery, we eventually will be able to just come buy your pie crust, hopefully?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
so you can take care of the hard part.
We'll take care of the hard part, and we'll also fill them and just bake the pies, and you can not have to do anything.
Love that. Love
So now
it.
we're gonna add our hot ingredients here into our egg yolks. And one of the tricks is when you're adding something into a yolk that's not cooked,
Yeah.
it's hot, we wanna temper it. So we wanna make sure that we're moving it so it doesn't actually denature or cook the eggs, and we don't end up with scrambled eggs in there. So I'm gonna keep it moving as I add those ingredients in, just so we don't cook them down.
Yeah.
So tempering is a big part of like making any kind of custards. We make a lot of ice cream bases and things like that for our restaurants. So we always got to make sure we're not sending a scrambled egg ice cream because that
Absolutely.
does not sound delicious.
Delicious.
Delicious. So now we're gonna add in our butternut squash. And we're gonna add in the broccoli over there.
Okay. Tell me when.
Yeah, go
When?
for it. All right. Now we're just gonna pour this into our crust here.
Look at that. It's loaded.
Pretty bits in there. And just make sure you kind of sink those guys in there, because if they're sticking out, they might brown and burn.
Okay.
All right, so now we're gonna put this guy in the oven. You ready to see the finished product?
Let's do it.
All right.
Perfection. Look at
Alright.
that. Wow.
So
It
I-
cooked so evenly.
Yeah. And I finished it with just a little bit of crumbled Parmesan, just to give it a little bit more salt and a little bit more richness. How about
Amazing.
we cut into it?
Yes, please.
All right.
All right. So while she's grabbing our knife, we will cut to commercial break. Don't forget to join us after, where we'll be making another recipe with Chef Adam Hegsted. All right, so I'm at Doughlicious, looking everywhere for Chef Adam. He seems to always be hiding. I want to make some flatbread, but I can't find him anywhere.
I'm here.
Adam, you never cease to amaze me. That was quite the entrance.
Just packing boxes for Share Farm.
We are so excited to see you. Let's go make some flatbread. Welcome back to Eat Like a Chef. We are back in the kitchen with Adam Hegsted, and he's going to teach us how to make a special flatbread.
Okay, so we're going to start off by making a little bit of caramelized onion marmalade. So the trick here is that using the mandolin to make really thin cut onions. And this would be the same thing we would do sort of for French onion soup as well.
Okay.
But really all I'm going to do is just shave these onions like pretty thin.
So we want little strips,
Yes.
not, okay.
And then when I get
Careful.
down to like that small,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to like cut that by hand.
You've learned your lesson.
I've learned my lesson. I kind of like keeping all of my fingers. It's one of my things.
Gotcha. Oop.
Okay.
Yep. You're risking it. It's scary.
Okay, then into a warm pan. And then all we're going to do is we're going to let these caramelize. When they start browning up a little bit, then we're going to add a little bit of marmalade and a little bit of garlic to that.
Okay. Do you want me to stir for you?
Sure. It's just like a really easy little condiment to put onto flatbread, but you can use it for burgers. We used to put it on a burgerette and fried a burger. It's really good. Kind of like sweet and savory.
Yeah.
Or toast.
Oh. I don't love raw onions, but cooked onions are like my favorite.
Well, like the way we're cooking them is we're cooking them really slow. They kind of melt, and they just sort of like get like that little bit of sweetness to it, and then adding that marmalade adds like that bitter element to it to kind of balance that out as well.
Amazing.
Add a little bit of salt. Salt will help draw out some of that water and a little bit of that sugar. Okay, so our onions are really caramelizing up here. And so I'm gonna let them go just a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna add our marmalade. But you can see they're all getting kind of soft and melty.
Yeah, beautiful.
And the brownness on there is nice and even. It's not like really dark on any of the pieces, and they're all cooked like the thinness of the onions using the mandolin like helps so they cook a lot more evenly. So you don't have
Totally.
big chunks in there. It's like a super easy way to get evenly cut vegetables. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I'm gonna add my marmalade.
amazing. You think we could get the mandolin locally at the Kitchen Engine?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure you could.
I'm doing it.
And all we do is stir it around, and it is done.
Is that a little garlic you put in there?
Yeah, a little bit of fresh chopped garlic. That's it.
Wow.
Done. So now we're gonna roll out our dough. So we have our proof dough here. They've sat here till they're nice and soft. You can tell they're proofed is when you push your finger into it and it doesn't go up. Okay. So using a little bit of flour. And mostly I'm gonna spread it with my hands. I mean, that's like a little bit easier way to do it. And then I'll roll it out with this after I kind of get it spread out a little bit.
You're not gonna throw it up and punch it and...
I mean, if you really want flour in your hair, I can do that.
Might be worth it.
Okay, stretch it out a little bit.
Do you go round or do you go oval?
Kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Okay,
Not that
there
it
we
matters,
go.
but yes.
And then basically we want to make sure that we're gonna use a sheet pan. So you can use a pizza peel, you can use really anything to do this, and you just don't want your dough to stick. So you have to make sure and flour that a little bit. You can use cornmeal, a little bit of regular flour. Just put it right on top of there. Spread it out again. And then I'm gonna let you dress it. So we'll start out with a little bit of olive oil.
Okay. Rub it in.
Rub it in.
Okay.
And then we'll put our marmalade.
Dude. Ooh.
Oh, that's hot.
Woo. Woo.
Use that.
Woo.
Okay, and then I have some Camembert cheese.
What is it?
Camembert cheese. It's like brie.
Yeah, it
Very
looks like
similar.
brie.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you like to use all of this or?
You can make whatever you like there.
Oh my gosh, this is too much pressure, Adam.
And then finish with a little bit of fresh chopped rosemary.
A little more cheese. Okay.
Then I'm going to shave a couple pears. A little bit of pear here.
Woof.
And we'll throw some pears on as well.
Wow.
I'm sorry. And then our oven is at 500 degrees. So I just put a sheet pan, a flipped over sheet pan here, and we're just gonna cook it right on top of that. See if I can get it off.
Why not just cook it on that pan? You want it to be hot?
Because I wanted the pan to be hot.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why, like a pizza stone's a really good idea.
Okay.
So the pizza stone is like really hot and it stays warm. And so when you add that pizza to it, it stays the same temperature. So that'll take about 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, so this is looking beautiful here. So I'm gonna just slide it back onto our tray, hopefully.
Oh.
Okay, and then I'm gonna just brush a little bit of olive oil on the edges. Add a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. And then we have some greens here that I'm just gonna put on top. This is baby kale.
Oh.
And then slide it onto our board.
Amazing. We don't even need a pizza cutter.
I hope my knife is sharper than a
my
pizza
gosh.
cutter.
Yeah.
Here's the real trick.
Go.
Here it is.
Wow, look
Ba,
at
ba, ba, ba.
that. Well, we're gonna dig into this now. Join us after the commercial for another recipe from Adam and to meet our special guest. Here we go. Cheers. Just me? All right.
It's gonna be molten lava. Okay, so we're gonna make caramel sauce. This is one of the easiest dessert sauces you can make, and it doesn't take that many ingredients. So all we're doing is adding sugar and a little bit of water. I usually do 50% water. Then I'm just gonna give that a little stir. After I stir it initially, I'm not gonna stir it at all. So I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice, and this helps so it doesn't crystallize. And then just a little pinch of salt. That's just to add a little bit of flavor and add a little depth to it. And then we'll let it cook until you start seeing a little bit of caramelization around the outside. Okay, so you can see the edges are starting to caramelize here. I'm gonna turn off the heat because the residual heat in the pan will continue to cook that.
Gotcha. It's smelling amazing already.
And so if I wanted to clear caramel sauce, I could let this cool now, like let it cool down a little bit and just add water. And I would just have a clear caramel sauce. So you would just reconstitute it to caramel. But I wanted a little bit more creamy. Of
course.
So I'm going to add a little bit of cream.
Ooh.
And you see that boils up like pretty fast, so you
Yeah.
want to make sure your hands are not near there. And then a little bit of butter.
Oh my gosh.
And so then we have like that sort of nutty, that butter starts to caramelize a little bit, and you get that really like kind of nutty flavor as well.
Yum.
And add a little more cream to it just to thin it out.
Okay.
And there we go. That's it.
Look at that. Who knew it was that easy?
Super easy.
We're not buying store-bought caramel anymore.
And
All
way
right.
more delicious.
Yes.
Welcome back to Eat Like a Chef TV. I'm joined by my special guest,
Why, thank
Deborah from Roast House in First Avenue, longtime friend and collaborator. And today we're going to be making banana bread pudding.
you. Did we decide it's 11 years this year?
I think it is. Maybe 12 coming up this year. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Okay, so first we're going to start with our half and half in our milk. So we're going to
Let's
dump that
go.
in here.
Both, okay.
Both, yep. And what we're going to do here is warm both of these up and dissolve our sugar and melt our butter. And that's going to go into our eggs to make our batter.
So are we going to wait to put the sugar in?
No,
until
just
the-
dump the sugar. We're going to dump it all in right now.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Butter. Yep.
Butter. Oh, yeah? So.
Here, just got to go one finger. All
One
right.
finger. Okay.
Okay, a little bit of cinnamon.
A little bit of cinnamon.
Okay. A little bit of nutmeg.
Got it. Nutmeg.
A little bit of cardamom.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Here we go.
It could be anything.
And
But it's
vanilla.
vanilla.
All the vanilla?
Probably half that.
All right. There we
Okay,
go.
and then we're going to let this simmer. We're going to keep stirring it, and then we'll just let the sugar kind of dissolve. And while we're doing that, we're going to split some eggs. And I'll do this,
All right.
unless you want to do it. You want to separate eggs?
Oh, I can separate eggs.
Okay.
Get those eggs over here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically I need the yolks in one bowl and
Okay.
the whites in another.
So where are we? I'm going to put the yolks in
Here.
this bowl. How's that?
Oh yeah, that'll work.
There we go. Are we preserving the whites?
No.
Okay.
And then, what we're going to do is take those yolks and we're going to whisk them up and we're going to temper in the cream. If I was to pour the cream in all at once, it would curdle the
It would
eggs and it would
curdle?
cook them. And we really don't want scrambled eggs in our bread pudding. We want this to be like silky and nice. So
You mean we don't want scrambled eggs
I
in
don't
our
want
bread
scrambled
pudding?
eggs in my bread pudding.
There we go. So we're going to whip these individually?
Yep, just whip them right here.
Okay. There we go.
Dump them in. And earlier today I made a caramel sauce that we're going to pour on top when it's all finished.
Ah.
It's going to be amazing.
Okay. There we go.
Thank you.
And then we just...
Almost there.
We're not there yet. Okay.
Oh, I forgot a little touch of salt.
I love that salt. It's real flaky, of course. Is that just kosher? Or-
Yeah, diamond. And this is our bread. This is our banana bread from Doughlicious.
Oh, you mean the banana bread we serve at First Avenue?
It is. It's very similar. It's so similar that it's the same.
So similar, it's the same.
Okay, so now we're nice and warm here, so I'm going to move it off the burner.
Okay, and then we're just slowly going to temper this.
Yes, and then while you whisk, I'll pour a little bit in.
Okay, here you go.
I'll do my best not to spill any on you.
Not to spill any on me because I look so stunningly good. So,
I'm going to spill a lot on the counter, apparently.
better the counter than me. There we go. Do it.
All right, that's it.
There we go. Boom, boom.
Okay. I'm going to wipe for your
Are we
mess
good?
that you made.
My mess I made. Yes.
Okay. Now, here's our diced banana bread. Just going to sprinkle on a few pistachios.
So we're just going to pour that into this
Yes.
pan.
And then
Okay.
next part,
Okay.
super, super easy. You just want to make sure that you soak all of that it goes on there evenly. You're soaking all the banana bread. And you
missed
can do
one.
this with brioche, you can do it with sourdough, really any kind of bread. We just chose to do it with banana bread because it's
So
freaking
sweet and
delicious.
delicious. So,
okay, and then I'll just give it a little squish to make sure it soaks in. Then that's just going to go right into the oven.
and then just in the oven, not covered?
Nope, just like
Okay.
this. It'll take about 25 or 30 minutes.
Okay.
Looks like we're ready to go. You can see the custard's kind of set here. It's nice and brown on top. And that's looking beautiful. It smells
beautiful.
so freaking good. Now,
Are we ready?
wait,
Oh,
you gotta put
wait. Okay.
gotta put the caramel sauce on.
All right. Oh, that's worth the wait. That is worth the wait.
Look at that.
So-
And then Emily
made
It's
it
nice enough to make us a little brittle as well.
a brittle. Whoa. Nice job, Em. Oh, look
Okay,
at this.
I'll
You
give it
should
a
see
whirl.
that shot.
Give it a try.
Give it a try. Well, I could either use this. I could go like this, and I could put it on there, and I could burn my mouth, right?
Not too bad, right? It's a little molten lava.
It's terrible. No, it's just terrible. Oh, I'll just take this with me. So if you guys will all forgive me. Here I go.
Before you go, tell us about Roast House. We want to hear about what makes Roast House special and First Ave Coffee,
Oh,
how we can come visit you, where we can visit you.
well, Roast House is off of Foothills and Division at 423 East Cleveland. And that's our roastery and our tasting room. You're welcome to come any business hour, Monday through Friday. You work your way tasting 30 different coffees. There's never a charge. First Avenue, downtown, next to the Montvale Hotel. We have a, 3,000-foot coffee house?
Beautiful coffee shop.
40-foot coffee bar. We have 10 different coffees on that bar from different countries.
One of my favorites is the nitro coffee.
You love the nitro.
I love the nitro coffee.
Is that the F-bomb?
So creamy.
Is that so the F-bomb?
So good.
So anyway, we hope that you will come visit us.
Yeah, we will definitely come visit you.
It'll be fun.
And thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you
and
for having me.
Being my friend and having great partnerships in our restaurant. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Eat Like a Chef. Thanks to Deborah for all your fun anecdotes you brought to us today. Thank you, Emily, for teaching us how to make pastries. Thank you, Adam, for being you. Just so you know, at home, you can order these recipes straight to your doorstep, cook them from the comfort of your own kitchen. We will deliver them in our Share Farm boxes, and you're gonna love them. So join us next week for another episode of Eat Like a Chef Weekends on Fox 28.